So it's time to talk about this prophecy that was said in my video. I made a video talking about Eternal Speedrun. Someone asked thoughts on Bricked and their downfall this rush. What happened? Because unfortunately, they have fallen apart. Look at the most recent announcement. 19 is calling it quits. And reality is 19 is Bricked. It's in a lot of these scenarios of guilds having a very strong leader that pushes forward and other people are part of it. And I think that really is the case here where 19 was the engine. Other people were parts of that, but when the main engine dies, it's time to go on and do other things. So that's the reality. If you didn't know about the history of this raid, it's been a long-term raid group for maybe I'd say almost year and a half, 2 years now. I don't know the exact schism of when Phase 7 was no longer a main raid. Once 19 poached a lot of the players, Phase 7 slowly withered away. And yeah, since then, Bricked was the main air raid in terms of quality and speed. They became number one in Naxx. And after that, on the Fresh server, number one in Anniversary, Molten Core, basically like the same week as Naxx. We talked about it in previous videos. Feel free to check those out. But basically, my thoughts with this is it all comes down to effort. And when some people are no longer putting in the right levels of effort, it's just done. Um, some of the people brought into these raids were just not super great. I wish we could look at these clips. Unfortunately, Renbot has removed them. I saw them all. It's just bad gameplay. It looks like griefing, but I think it's just people that are so damage focused that don't understand. And in that way, I do feel a little responsible for not giving more guidance. I want to do more videos as far as education goes because some of the stuff is so bad that 19 is going over. But also, I feel like going into next, he just didn't have that same level of oomph of preparing and like putting it in from what I could see after AQ40, like when the release happened the way it did, it's just such a letdown. Like the prog being really weird of, I mean, Frick technically got it with like being up at the right time, but a lot of people weren't part of the raid, and yeah, the culture just kind of changed when some people were just kind of done with it over time over the last 3 to 6 months. And that's just what happens, right? Eventually, when people do the same raids over and over and over, some people get tired, and those that are putting in the most effort, it's just enough. So, yeah, if you look at some of the stuff here, like people are just playing poorly, and that's what it comes down to. Don't think I really have much more to say. Sucks to see. I think that pretty clear they would have been contenders for Naxx, just smashing everyone. So we'll just have to see what happens with that. Looking forward to seeing the future, but disappointed to see this. At the same time, it's like obvious to me, and that's why the person 4 days ago, it's not like it's just totally out of the blue. It's clear that over time, 19 has always said, like, I'm going to play until it's not fun, right? And when it's no longer fun, it's no longer fun. It's really that simple. When it's time, it's time. You can't always know, and do what you do until no more. So, anyways, just dragging on the video at this point, but that's the thought. So, anyways, till next time.